Pepsi's relationship with her boyfriend, Craig, is at a standstill because she can't trust him. You see, not only did Craig cheat, he cheated 4 times and even gave Pepsi an STD while she was pregnant. But what hurt Pepsi most of all was that just a few days ago, Craig moaned another woman's name while they were in bed.
So he recently was incarcerated, and I was hanging out with one of his buddies, and she was like, yo, you might want to ask him a truth for a truth. And I was like, what do you mean? And then she was like, just ask him. And then he told me that he had cheated on me 4 times, and the last one being my cousin.
Did you ever ask your cousin why she did that?
Yeah, it's revenge on her end. Because that ex that I was talking to, she also got with him when he was mine first.
Oh, jeez. Must be a small town, huh?
Yeah, it is. Everyone knows everyone's business. It's a very small town.
When I read the opening to the show, it's like, he cheated on you 4 times, he gave you an STD while you were pregnant?
Yes, he did. And tried to blame me and told me it was all my fault. I was sleeping with other people, and I really wasn't at the time.
Yeah.
And I'd never had one before.
Okay. And then it's like, but the thing that really got Pepsi upset was that he called another woman's name in bed.
Yes. Yes, he did.
Well, let me see if I'm going to try to reenact it, all right?
Okay.
He's like, oh, Coke. Oh.
I wish.
What?
I wish it was Coke.
Yeah. Go for a nice cold one right now. But but like calling another woman's name, like, yeah, I'm sure that would upset any woman, but like, he's cheated on you and gave you an STD. That'd be like low on the list, calling another woman's name.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it when he said it.
Is Pepsi your real name?
Yes, it is.
Wow. Pepsi's on your birth certificate.
Yep, and my driver's license.
Wow. So when's the last time you cheated on him?
It was in the very beginning of our relationship.
How long you been together?
2 years.
Yeah. So like what, 6 months, a month, what?
Almost a year ago.
Oh, okay. So a year after your relationship, you cheated. And did you tell him, or did he find out?
No, I told him. And then
You just said, hey, by the way.
Yeah, it was 3 months into our relationship I had cheated on him.
Okay, but you told him like a year.
Yeah.
And
No, I told him when it happened. I told him.
How did he react to that?
He pushed me off his lap and said, get the me.
Let's meet him. Here's Craig.
It's about you once again, right? It's all about you, about Pepsi, about what I did to you, right?
Okay, but like, why would you want our daughter to like date somebody like you? Like you, her boyfriend giving her an STD while she's pregnant with our grandchild?
Once again, it's the past. It's all about the
It
past.
doesn't matter.
I admitted to it. That's all you
doesn't
said you
matter. Our
wanted.
daughter looks up to me, and you want me to like move past this? How am I supposed to move past this? And when our daughter looks up to me, like I don't want her to like think that us is okay.
No, it's not okay, and that's why you need to either believe me or move
Yeah,
on.
but you're very suspicious about it. Like you had this bitch's name in your phone as at. Why wasn't it just her name? You trying to like slip out at like 2 a.m. or 3 p.m. to go meet with her when our daughter and me is sleeping in bed?
You're sleeping. Who cares?
Why are you trying to slip out and go see her?
Wait a second.
Nothing's
What?
happening.
Wait,
Yeah, obviously,
wait a
obviously.
second. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. You're slipping out at 3 o'clock in the morning to meet a woman.
Yeah.
And you think there's not a problem with that?
I'm not doing anything wrong, though.
You just proved my point that you are trying to go do something with her.
Let me ask you, what could you possibly do at 3 in the morning?
So weird.
Okay, but shouldn't you be sleeping?
Well, yeah.
I mean, what woman is going to be okay with her man slipping out at 3 a.m. to meet
Yeah,
a
what
woman for any reason?
What if the roles were reversed and I was going to slip out to see my ex?
It's your ex, though.
Or
There's
if
a
I was going out
relationship there.
to,
You
but
used
if
to
I
have
was
sex with
going
him.
to
No,
like sleep,
so
like,
wait. So let me ask you a question. 4 women in 2 years, right?
Yes.
It doesn't sound like you're really committed to the relationship.
Obviously I got some, believe it or not, I don't know how to explain this, but I picture myself as this little 13-year-old scrawny kid, zits, acne, all that, and just helps me feel better about myself.
If this is a thing that makes you feel better, sleeping with other women,
Then why didn't
Why
you just tell me
stay in
bye?
the relationship?
Bye. Just tell me bye. Like,
I don't want that. It's not who I want.
Oh, you want
be.
to stop?
Yes.
How do you stop sleeping with other women?
Just stop.
You just stop?
You have to. If I want to be with her, obviously I have to stop.
Why haven't you stopped?
I have.
When's the last time you slept with someone?
She told me to tell her everything, and she would.
Well,
still
how
be
long
there
ago
for
was
me.
that?
About 6 months ago.
So you've been good for 6 months.
Yes.
Oh, that's
you
pretty
were
good.
locked up for 5.
Wait, you were in jail for 5
5,
months out of the 6?
But there's plenty of opportunities. She's accused me plenty of times.
Yeah, but okay, if you haven't cheated in 6 months, but 5 you were locked up, so it's really 1 month that you've been clean.
Yes, I understand that.
Yeah,
But
my
you weren't
dude,
going to
the
tell me
last
that.
one
She
was
had
my
to tell me
cousin.
that.
Well.
Oh, why'd
I
you
thought she
sleep with
already
a
told you.
cousin?
I didn't sleep with a cousin. It wasn't to go that far. I still had sexual.
Well, you had
relations
sex with her, but
no, I
not
didn't have sex with her.
intercourse.
Just oral sex, but it
Well,
makes
that's
no difference.
sex.
Yes.
Why'd you pick her cousin, though?
We were just arguing, and I went and hung out with her, and
One thing led to
yes,
another.
literally.
So, Craig, you came here and we asked you, besides the 4 times that Pepsi knows about, since being in a relationship with Pepsi, have you engaged in sexual intercourse with any other woman? You answered no. Since July of 2023, have you had physical sexual contact with any other woman besides Pepsi? You answered no. The results came back all the same, and it came back that Craig told the truth. Yeah, he was been 1 month. Okay, Pepsi. Pepsi admits that she has cheated with 3 additional men,
We weren't technically
bringing
together.
her total
we weren't
to 4
technically
men.
together.
She states she did it to get revenge for what Craig did to her.
We weren't technically together, so when you were incarcerated, I told you we weren't together, but I was still talking to you.
Like I said, you have no reason to lie to me. Why lie to me? No reason to lie to me.
Because he obviously went looking for other women attention, and I wanted that attention, so I went and looked.
So while he was in jail, you slept with 3 other guys?
Yes.
Yeah. And he was being good.
No.
The score is even, 4-4. Then we go on to ask you, besides the 4 men you admitted to having intercourse with while in a relationship with Craig, have you engaged in sexual intercourse with any other man? You answered no. Besides the 4 men you admitted to since being in a relationship with Craig, have you engaged in physical sexual contact with other men? You answered no, and to those 2 questions, you told the truth.
Dude, I want to be with you. I want to be with you. I want our family. I can't
that. I
lose
get
you.
that.
When our daughter's obsessed with you.
I understand.
Really obsessed with
But
you.
you gotta understand.
You're witnessing
we have to
true
move
love
past
here.
this. They're gonna destroy each other.
I know. It's not right. I know. We can't literally get revenge after revenge after revenge after revenge.
Oh, it's
not
coming.
healthy.
It's coming.
It's not healthy. I can't do that for a daughter, especially when she looks up to me like she looks up to you. No, I can't.
So what do you want to do?
I want to be with you.
So can we go from this? Can this be a point where we, trust each other, move, at least start new?
Nope.
Yeah.
Do you really want to?
Yes. Especially if you just proved to me that that girl was nothing. Like, how else can I not?
I love you.
I love you.
I think you're going to cheat on each other again. And if for some reason you keep your pants on and you don't sleep with anybody, good for you, good for the little family you have. But I don't see it.
It's understandable.
Yeah.
You agree with me?
Yeah, I understand that.
No, you know that, you know the next time you're out making a little weed deal and there's some hot woman and she says, hey, I want you to take me back behind this gas station and do me. You know you're doing her. Oh, come on. All right, well, listen, you got your answers. Hope it works out for you.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. The last time she was here, Lainey needed to prove to her mother, Christy, that Christy's ex molested her as a child. And even after the results, the fighting continued. Watch this.
I don't let my feelings out. This is new to me. When I was 10 years old, I got molested by my mom's ex-boyfriend. I remember being in the living room. I was asleep on the couch, and he came in late night one night, and he took his hand and he slid it under my dress. I opened my eyes and looked, and he was like in my face. I didn't move. I didn't say anything because I was scared. While this monster was molesting me, my mom was in the next room, 5 feet away from me. At first, I was scared to tell anyone because I thought that he was gonna hurt my family. I did tell a family member, and they had me tell my mom that same time I told her. When I told my mom how her boyfriend molested me, she says I'm a liar, but I'm not telling the truth. Then she told me, oh, he probably thought it was me, and I was like, okay. He mistaken me for my mom. That's not possible. The fact that my mom excused what he did, she does believe that he did it, but I'm still the liar. My mother should believe her only daughter. She should always believe anything that I say, no matter if she feel like I'm lying. Go through with it, because I'm telling the truth. And she says, you're not a baby anymore. Leave the past in the past. I can't leave the past in the past because I live with it every day. I wake up in the morning thinking about that, and I go to sleep at night thinking about that, and I'm tired of crying. I'm tired of crying. And she called him and she asked him, hey, you know, did you do this to Lainey? Did you touch Lainey? And he was like, no, I ain't touch her. And she went from there like, okay, it's good to know. And she believed him. And she looked at me and she was like, there, see, you're a liar. My mom was always horrible to me. She abused me and she beat me, and I still have nightmares. When I was 11 years old, my mom told me to make dinner for my brothers, and I said no, you know, I didn't want to do that. And I remember her punching me in the chest, knocking the wind out of me, leaving a big bruise, and she knocked me against the refrigerator. When I was 12, I remember my mom grabbing this branch of a tree, and she beat me across the face. She beat me across my arms and my legs, and she left these really big bruises on me. And she chose him over me. She picked a child molester over me. Her own blood. I just want my mom to believe me, that's all. That's all I want. I live this every day, Steve. I live this every day. I just want my mom, you know? It's not fair that she has one girl out of 6 other kids, and she doesn't believe nothing that I say. That's crazy.
When you wanted to discuss this with your mom, what did she say?
She told me that I was a liar, and everything that comes out of my mouth is a lie. And I was like, well, how can you say that about your own flesh and blood over a child molester? Why would you believe him over me?
She's never believed you?
No, she's never believed me. For years, I've been living with this, and she's never believed anything that comes out of my mouth. And I don't think that's fair.
How long did she continue to date this guy after you told her what happened?
She continued to date him up until I got out of foster care. When I came back, she wasn't speaking with him anymore.
Why did you go to foster care?
I went to foster care because my mama was abusing me. No one else believed in me except for CPS. When she punched me in my chest and I had a purple bruising up from here to my neck, my guidance counselor saw it. She called CPS. I didn't get to go home. They took me directly from school.
And you know, I know, like you're saying, your mother physically abused you. Mm-hmm. But what were you feeling by being placed into foster care system?
I felt belittled. I felt like no one was trying to listen to my story. I felt like my mom didn't want me to be her daughter anymore. I remember this one time when I was about maybe 11 or 12. She had on these gray jeans. They were mine. My mom was very petite. And I don't know what she was trying to prove, but I guess she was showing out or something. But I told her, hey, Mom, you got my pants on backwards. And she got, like, pissed off with me. So she took this switch and she beat me across my face, my arms, and my legs. That's what she did.
She hit you across your face with it?
Yeah, I had whelps across my face, my arms, and my legs.
Now, why is it important for you to take a lie detector test now?
It's important for me because, like I said, years that I've been living with this, I wake up and I see this man's face. I go to sleep and I see this man's face. It took me a minute to date other men because of him. So I want to take it so my mom can know that I'm telling the truth.
You are a liar.
No.
Why are you making me be a monster?
You
Why
never
you making
protected
me. out to be a
me.
monster?
You never protected me. You always call me a liar. All the time.
Delane.
Mom, all the time
I
you calling me
always
a liar.
protect
I'm
you.
sick of it. I'm sick of you calling me a liar.
I always protect you.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
You never
Listen,
protected me.
it's
You
hard
let
to
this man-
believe a person when every time they saying something, it's a lot. Like you would say. Like a family member messed with you or did something. Instead of you wanting to confront them,
And
why wouldn't you tell what happened to you right then and there? If anybody tells me, Steve, if they rape me, my mama never made me feel scared to tell her.
I told
I'm gonna go to my
family
mom and I'm
member.
gonna say, Mom, your man touched me. You need to
I told
handle
a
that.
family member.
You waited
You
4
just didn't
years.
believe
You waited
me.
till you got out the
You
home
just
to come
didn't
and
believe
tell
me.
Couldn't a child feel threatened? That's why they
Yes,
didn't say
why-
anything?
Why would you feel threatened?
I was 10. What do you want me to do?
I always told my daughter I always told you that you can come to me and talk to me
I couldn't
about
come to
anything.
you because you were mean.
Do you not believe her now? She's still lying?
I never said I don't know.
Yes, you did.
I don't know.
You
she's,
said
I
that I
don't
was a
know if it
liar,
I don't
that you
know.
don't believe nothing that comes out of my mouth.
If you telling me 4 years later, how am I supposed to believe that when you
4
want to tell me?
years?
I can't do anything about it now.
So if my daughter comes to me and she goes, Dad, 10 years ago, somebody did something, am I just going to say, oh, honey, you're a liar because you didn't tell me
No,
when it happened?
I'm gonna be like, why? I'm gonna be like, why you ain't? I mean, why didn't
No,
you tell
this
me?
is what's going to happen.
I don't know what to say.
My son, if my son ever comes to me and ever tell me that somebody touched him, I'm going to believe him. He's not a liar. I'm going to believe him. I'm going to believe everything he said. That's my only child.
Because most young mothers that get pregnant, they never want to step up and have their kids. They
I
always
was a
abort
young
them,
mother. I
or
had
they
my
give
baby.
them up for
I had my baby.
adoption.
I got pregnant at 15
didn't
years
do
old, and I
that.
had my baby at
Did you
16.
ever
I've
tell
been
her
raising him.
that she was confused, that maybe your ex-boyfriend confused her for you?
You have.
I don't. It's been so long ago.
But if you don't remember, there's a good chance you said it then, right?
I probably said it.
I have a really good memory.
I'm
A
a
grown man
straight
wouldn't
up
tell
forward
the difference
person.
between an 11-year-old girl and a grown woman?
Right.
I always protected her. I don't know.
We don't.
I try my
do.
best. That's all I can do.
I can't talk to you about anything. I can't talk to you about my problems.
Lena, you talk to me about everything. We were just talking.
2 weeks ago, when you
Listen,
called me a liar, you said
anything
everything
this
that comes out of
child
my
calls
mouth.
me for, her child.
Now.
Need clothes.
Now.
Need everything.
Now.
Anytime.
Did 2 weeks ago you call her a liar?
Yes, I did.
Well, how's that improve the relationship?
Yes, I did, because she was trying to force me to do things or let her come stay on me or whatever. Lady got to realize she's about to be 23 now. I am not obligated to do anything for you or your child.
No, but you're still
That's
my baby
your-
girl.
that's your
I'm still
job.
your baby girl.
Why do you have to pay child support?
Because she said that I was the abusive parent
Who are you paying child support to?
for my kids to I put them with
The kids.
yeah.
And
like,
you said you were a good mom.
I am a good mom.
Okay.
I love my mom. I love my mom.
Listen, I'll say this. Me and my wife were talking before the show. We were raised with corporal punishment, right? My dad took the belt to us. Her mom, hit her. That's the way things were back in the 60s, early 70s, right? But now, you're picking up switches and hitting her with, this is 10 years ago we're talking about.
Yeah, I never beat my kids like that.
Well, but is she lying?
Yes. I never beat my mom argued at me for not beating
She got
my
taken
kids.
away. She was put in foster care because you were hitting her.
No, she wasn't put in foster care.
Mom, I
because
was
of
high
that.
yellow when I was younger. And everything that you hit me with, they're going to
Delaney,
see.
You need to tell the truth.
I am
Why
telling
you-
the truth.
Because you went to the schoolhouse and told the people I were abusing y'all, and they took you.
Guidance counselor called me to her office because she seen I had purple going up my neck.
Well, somebody must have did
Let
it
me ask
because
you
it wasn't
this.
me.
She came here today because she's been living with this. Young people, kids, when they're molested,
Yeah.
they're traumatized. And sometimes that trauma stays with them for the rest of their life. A lot of times it does. Your daughter's here today because you never believed this happened to her. She's here to prove that she was molested. Okay. Will that change anything?
Yes, it would.
What's going to change?
I would believe her. I mean, I ain't never
Well, I know
not
you're going to believe her,
her,
but how has that changed the relationship between you and her? You
I
stop calling her a liar?
Yes.
Maybe be more helpful with her?
Well, maybe if she would have believed me when I was 10, we wouldn't be here today.
All right, Lainey came here and took a lie detector test, and we asked her, are you fabricating that your mother punched you in the chest at age 11? She answered no. Are you fabricating that your mother's ex molested you when you were around the age of 10? She answered no. The results came back the same to each question, and it came back that Lainey told the truth.
I told you I was telling the truth.
I would do all of
yes,
that.
I do because
You
you
don't have to do
didn't
all of
believe
that.
me.
Well, you should have told it when it was supposed to be told.
didn't believe nothing
Why would
that I
you wait
said,
4
y'all.
years to tell?
It doesn't matter. I did not wait. I
Okay.
told you on the site,
Okay.
and you didn't believe nothing that I said.
I'm not with that man anymore.
This is horrible.
Sorry, I apologize.
That I don't want your
love
apology. I want you to be my mother.
I always
That's all I
been
want you
your
to
mom,
do.
Lainey.
That's all I want you to do.
You know what?
I want you to be my
I
mother.
go through 2 months to go through this right
Why
here.
you gonna walk out now? Why you gonna leave?
I try to protect her from stuff like that.
But you didn't. And like again, it goes back to saying, I made mistakes. I should have did a better job. But listen, if you really want a relationship with your daughter, I think you're going to have to change the way you talk to your daughter, the things that you say to your daughter, and show some empathy. I don't know if this is a character flaw in you. You don't seem very sympathetic towards your daughter.
I am, but she have put me through a lot more stuff.
But you put her through a lot. She was a child, and she got molested by the guy that you were with.
I didn't know. I mean,
Okay,
she
but
never
now
said-
you know.
I mean,
now you know.
why wouldn't you say anything,
But
though?
you know now.
Yeah, but there's nothing I can
Okay,
do
but
now.
you can do something.
So
you
just
can
be here for
comfort
me.
her, believe her, show her that you trust her. Those are the things you can do now.
I always
Yeah,
trusted
you
her.
can't go back and
I
you
can't.
can't go back in the past, but you can do something now.
Live in the future. That's all. That's all I wanted my mom to know was the truth, so I can be set free. I feel so peaceful. I feel like a weight is lifted off my heart because people know that I was not lying. That's all I wanted. So to get this heavy weight off my heart.
Like,
How about just saying, you know what, honey? I'm sorry it took so long for me to believe you, but you're telling the truth, and whatever I need to do to make this better
She
and
know I
improve it.
will.
Well, why don't you say it, though?
because, Lainey, if whatever it takes for us to make our relationship better, then that's what I'm going to do.
The
I've
next-
always been there for you.
I know,
And you
but
know that.
I know you've been there, and I even
when you
told
put
them
me
that.
through
My mama's
stuff,
been
I
there
always
now.
been there for you.
But she just never made me feel like I was safe, or like in a safe place.
But you know what? And I hate to be the bearer of bad news. That period of wanting your mom to make you feel safe, that's over with. You're an adult now.
Exactly.
And you only responsibility to do is to make your son feel safe.
Right.
that part.
You know, and I say this all the time. I feared my dad growing up because my dad was a badass. But one thing I always felt, my dad was going to protect me no matter what. I never feared anybody else was going to hurt me, that's for sure. But you're not going to get that from your mother. You need to let that go because she can't do that for you. So I'm glad the truth came out. I wish you both the best of luck, and I hope you guys can repair your relationship.
Thank you.
All right, good luck to you. Let's welcome back Lainey. Hi, Lainey. How's it going?
Hi, Steve. It's going great. Everything's good over here on my end.
Yeah. Did you just get accepted to the University of Miami?
No. I actually dyed it this color for St. Patrick's Day. I'm Irish now.
Okay. Okay. Now, since you've been on the show, how's your relationship with your mom going?
It's actually going pretty good, Steve. Because of you, we actually have a better relationship now. My mom actually wants me to move because we're in different states. She wants me to move up there closer to her and work at the chicken plant.
Oh. I mean, that is really awesome to hear. Now, I know before the show you said your family didn't believe you, How do they feel now?
They actually are very supportive now. We actually all made a group video chat so we all can talk in the video chat. And they just basically give me all the support they can give me. And I'm really thankful to have them as my family, even though we started off kind of rough and I had to get a lot of tensions off my shoulders when I first came. I actually feel better about myself. I'm much more lightweighted and I feel much better about myself and my family.
So coming on the show did help you.
It did, and because of you, Steve, because if it was never for you, then I wouldn't even been there anyways to find out the truth. Well, my mom wouldn't have found out the truth.
Well, thank you. And listen, I commend you for forgiving your mom. Was that easy for you?
I'm not gonna lie, Steve. I really wanted to hate my fam, and I wanted to hate my mom. But I could not find it in my heart to hate her. It wasn't easy. Like God said in the Bible, forgive and forget. And that's exactly what I'm doing, and I'm going to move forward on.
And you guys are closer now?
We are. We really are. We have conversations all the time. She asks me how I'm doing. She checks in on me, and I checks in on her. So I'm really grateful that she's actually changing. And she actually admitted that she was wrong and that she really, really believed me.
Well, that's great. And, you know, between a mother and daughter, that's the way it should be. What happened the day after the show aired?
Actually, a day after, it made me feel so good about myself. These young girls, actually younger than me, some were a little bit older than me, but most were young. They inboxed me, sent me friend requests, and they basically were telling me that I was their inspiration, and it gave them courage to speak up. And I'm so happy that I could give everybody courage to speak up because what I went through, and they said they're going through the same thing, and they're gonna speak their truth.
Well, that's great. And what do you want others to know?
I want everyone to know that don't be scared. No matter what anybody says, no matter what anybody puts you through, never be scared to speak up. Always speak your truth because the truth will set you free. Never hold something down because all it's going to do is eat you alive. Yeah. You're not going to be able to move forward.
Well, Lainey, it's really good to see you, and I'm so happy that things worked out for you. We wish you all the best of luck, and go Canes.
Thank you.
Irina believes her boyfriend, Tavion, ran a good game on her. She says he pretended to be everything she wanted, and he moved in with her and her mother. But after Irina caught him texting another woman, she reached out to that woman, and she heard all she needed to hear. Now, Tavion is no longer in the house, but he denies ever sleeping with anyone else. Take a look. When did she first begin to accuse you of cheating?
About 6-7 months ago. Yeah, so around that time, I was at work. She just came, I mean, like I said, I was just working in the flow. We didn't work at the same job at the same time, so girl had came in, was working. She didn't say nothing to me the first time, but she had passed around, you know, I worked in the mall, so she had passed around a few times. And then I kind of peeped it, seen what she was doing. Then she had came into my store, her and her friend, they were like, hey, how old are you? Started talking to me, so she approached me first for sure. And then one thing led to another. I gave her my number, and so far, so on.
Yeah, but why'd you do that?
Because I'm young. I put it as, not, I can't break the excuse because I'm young, but.
No, but I think you can. And I'll say this. When you're young, you know, you should be exploring and finding things out.
Exactly, Steve, because like I hear.
There's nothing wrong with being in a relationship, but if you're going to be in a relationship,
you can't.
Then you should abide by the rules of the relationship.
Exactly, and like I said, I admitted to what I did, kissing the girl, all that, and then.
So you just kissed her?
Yeah, that's what yes, sir, I just kissed her.
And you didn't have sex with her?
No.
Now, this girl then sends videos of you kissing her and sends it to your girlfriend?
Yeah, so that's when I pretty much.
When this girl, did you know she was videotaping you making out?
I did it. I really did it. Because
what, were you drunk or like what's going on
No,
there?
just not there. Just not there.
You're just in it and she's doing this and you don't see it?
Just dumb. I'm talking about like, she did it at like really good time. I'm driving like, cause you know you focus on the road, you're driving, so it's like she catch the video real quick.
And then you
like,
start making out with her while you're driving?
No. So it's like two different situations. She like, so it's kind of like she was a setup if you think about it.
Yeah.
Cause while you recording
that's what I'm
videos,
saying, like this,
and check it. So saying, I met. So say everything happened the same night. So it's kind of weird. Like, why are you doing that on the same night of?
Does she know your girlfriend?
She didn't. That's the crazy part.
I don't get this. Why didn't it go any further?
Just because I knew my standpoint. I still have morals. I feel like so. It was like.
You're lying about
What
everything.
am I lying about?
You slept with her. You kissed her. I got all the messages from her.
You
When
believe I
had to-
slept with her. You don't know if I slept with her.
No, she told me y'all had sex.
You believe that? You believe it?
Okay.
You believe
She
her?
told me y'all kissed, and
believe
when
in
I
her?
asked you about that, you said no.
I did
okay,
lie,
when
and I
got the
admitted to
video,
that.
when I got the video and I showed you,
I
you
lied
said,
and I
"Oh,
admitted to
yeah,
that.
I
So
did,
why
I
you trying to
admitted
prove
to that." Okay, so now
Like I said, she's constantly going over the same
I
thing
keep
that we've
constantly
already
bringing it
did.
back up because it's in the back of my
And I
mind.
don't, and I can't, and I. That's my fault, and I do admit to
Yeah,
that. But
it
I'm
is your
saying you
fault.
cannot keep bringing it back up if you
But
want to go
I
as a
can,
couple.
but I can't,
Okay, then
'cause
you
it's
can't
in the back
expect the
of
girl.
my mind, and I
You
think
can't
you
expect the
did
girl.
it.
Can't expect the girl.
So
In the
you
car.
you think that there's more than just the kissing?
I do think there's more than just kissing.
And the girl did say in contacting you that she did have sex with him.
She said yes, I your man.
Does your family like the two of you together?
My mom,
Just your
she
mom.
just thinks like we're together too much. Like she finds it as like
Which
we're
she's
not a married couple,
she's
so
not
y'all don't
mistaken.
need to be get together like 24/7.
I've never told her mother that she was wrong. As like, I've never seen her
Your mother feels maybe you're too young to be in this type of relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, your mom's right. Tavion, you're up first.
Gotcha.
Tavion admitted to having sexual intercourse with two women. One woman Arena is aware of, one she's not aware of. So the one she's aware of is the one that told her that she had sexual intercourse. So that woman was telling the truth.
Yeah.
Okay. And then one other woman that she doesn't know about.
Yeah, so it was kind of in the, before, like, we was in the talking stage. We wasn't really, that was when we was like, I had just got out of a relationship, and she was like, and I was trying to tell her, I was like, nah, I don't want to jump into this too deep, and why I'm telling her this is because I'm kind of
But
working with somebody
she's
else.
been under the impression that you only had intercourse with her.
We're only with, exactly, exactly.
But now it's three.
Only two different ones, because,
No, I'm saying her,
oh, yes.
and two others.
Yes.
You're up to three.
Yes,
You went from one to three.
yes.
Okay. So then we go on to test him. Other than the one woman Arena knows about and the one woman you admitted to that Arena is unaware of, since being in a relationship with Arena, have you had any physical sexual contact or acts with any other woman? He answered no. Did you have sexual intercourse with the woman you admitted to kissing? He said yes. Since being in a relationship with Arena, have you had sexual intercourse with any other woman? Yes. Since being in a relationship with Arena, have you had sexual intercourse with more than two other women? He answered no. Results came back all the same, and it came back that he told the truth.
It was, I'm trying to tell you, the first
What were
person.
you talking about in the beginning? I'm sorry. we was constantly having sex back to back to back to back to back,
And
and
I'm
then
not-
you got your feelings involved, right? You got your feelings involved.
Exactly, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm still on the borderline of.
Okay, and you could have been like, okay, well, I want to go.
But I knew where your heart was at. So why would I sit there and hurt you? That don't make sense. Because if I knew I want to be in a relationship with you, but I just got out of a relationship. Why
And
would
you go back and go
not
to have sex with another girl?
before I'm in a relationship, before we're in a committed to a relationship? Because you can't say that we just we started a relationship on this day. No, we kind of just came.
Okay,
to,
let's forget about that one. Let's talk about the one at the mall.
At the mall. So that's just, so she came up to me, she walks to me in the mall, circled around a few times. Like I said, she got my number.
Right.
And that same exact night.
And that wasn't just kissing, it was.
Yeah, it went further.
Arena, you took a lie detector test. And we asked you, since being in a relationship with Tavion, have you had any physical sexual contact or acts with any other men? You answered no. Since being in a relationship with Tavion, have you had sexual intercourse with any other men? You answered no. Her results came back the same, and it came back that Arena did not tell the truth.
That's so crazy, because, like, why bring somebody on the show that you know you're doing the same thing?
Okay.
That's
I
crazy.
know
Like, it's will stand it, but like the thing is, we had the conversation about like if you want to do you, then do you. But then you see, if I'm doing me and you want to do you, why don't you just say that? Why go back door and try to bring me on a freaking show? Just trying to prove yourself.
Cause I'm not nobody
Why
else.
they got a lie for?
Why
would they got a lie for? They don't
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I thought for sure you were gonna pass.
Listen, they thought you was a sweet girl.
I thought
you
I
thought
would
you was gonna pass,
too.
but you lying.
I'm not lying.
You
That's like
is
so
lying.
crazy.
And thing
I
is,
wasn't-
I kind of suspected it. So like,
How did you suspect it?
we already talked. We're not even gonna bring up situations, but
Bring
we
it
already,
up. No, bring it up, 'cause I
bet.
wanna know how you suspected
we
it.
had the time when you said you went to Chicago and you said you ain't do.
Hold on a second here. There's nothing to be that upset about.
Exactly. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying.
Cause I didn't do nothing.
Yes, you did.
You did, right?
She can't even prove it. I'm sitting here
Please,
telling you I
hold
did,
on,
but she
hold on.
can't say
Hold
that
on
she
one second.
didn't.
I can look at you dead in
You
your
look at
And
him
you tell me
lying.
these are wrong.
wrong. I got 2 bodies. 2 bodies. That's it.
Doesn't mean that you couldn't have the same person.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
that's
but I'm
right,
saying
that's right,
you
that's
slept
right,
with
that's
at least one other man, right?
Yes, but
Yeah,
this
okay.
was before him. This was before him, though.
Okay.
Why she still lying? Just tell
Okay.
the truth. You already took the lie detector test. See, at least I took the lie detector test, told the truth. You take the lie detector test, just
Well,
still
let me. You have all this time between now and when you do get married to have fun, not have to answer to a man, do whatever the damn well you want to please, right? Like, I'm gonna go out with my girlfriends. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna sleep with 10 guys if I want. Who cares?
And she don't
That's
get that.
your
That's what I've been
prerogative.
trying to tell her. this whole
Doesn't
time.
that sound a little appealing to you?
She don't.
Because I'm not like that.
Okay,
but she's still doing that time.
Take the sleeping with men out of it. How about
Partying.
I'm just going to do whatever I
Make
want, go
friends.
out with
Yeah, I
my
can do
girlfriends,
that, yep.
and I don't have to answer to any man where I am, what I'm doing, nothing.
Steve, don't let her
Do
shake
that.
her head. I tell her this all the time. Like,
What about you?
I tell her the
I'm
same
asking
thing
you,
with me.
wouldn't you as a young, good-looking guy
Oh, for sure. And I tell her
want to
this.
be able to go out and
Man.
what if 10 girls in 1 week want to sleep with you? Wouldn't you like to knock all 10 down and not have to answer to anybody
woman,
for
for sure.
it? Right?
Exactly.
So
and
why-
when
why-
I try to come to an understanding with her is knowing your person.
Listen, here's the
if-
point.
if that
You
was a
guys
thing.
are doing it anyways. Why not just go that way and do it?
I appeal it. I brought the decision to her. She doesn't
Leave
go for
her
it.
house and go do what you want to do.
I did. That's what I did.
You're not living there anymore.
no.
Okay. What about you?
She coming over to my crib.
Do you still want to
She
be
still want
together?
to be with me.
No,
It's over.
it's over.
I don't believe it, but what the?
You don't believe it. She's still being on me. Come on now.
When Kim met Derek online, she says she was smitten so much that she ended her marriage to be with him. But a few months later, an argument about suspected infidelity got out of hand, and Derek hit Kim with his truck. He says it was an accident. Kim has forgiven him, but he still wants to clear his name and prove he's been faithful. Watch this. How long in your relationship till you think that he's cheating?
I would say it was a few weeks.
Okay, so that happens, you get upset.
Yeah.
How did the truck thing happen?
When we wake up that morning, how it all started, we actually leave. The night before, I was drunk. I could not leave his uncle's house driving, so I rode with him to the hotel, left my car there. We woke up, we was gonna get up, go get my car, come back, get dressed, and go, have breakfast somewhere, whatever. So we get to his uncle's, and he had to run somewhere, wherever for him and his uncle. I decided, okay, well, while he's doing that, let him know, hey, I'll be back. I left while he was gone. I left to go back to go get showered to get ready, So when I get back, I get a phone call from the sheriff's office, and the sheriff's office is at my house telling me that Derek just left my house and someone had a video of him shooting at my house. When I get back, his truck's there in the parking lot. I don't back in. I pull right behind him to where my car is like this.
You're
his
blocking
truck,
him.
I'm blocking him, right, because he's not leaving nowhere without my things.
Right.
So he comes down, he's, on the whole video, he's throwing all my stuff in the bushes and whatever, acting the way he acts. So I'm like, all right, well, I go to get in my car. When I go to get in my car, he's yelling from the driver's window. I don't even listen. I don't even know what he was saying. I go to get in the car. By the time I go to open my door, he literally, all I see is his brake lights backing up to where I'm kind of sideways because I'm opening my car, but obviously it pushes my back and my body against my car.
Yeah.
So that's whenever the hotel manager and everybody starts running out. Like I said, if you'd watch the whole video, you'd see that. Then, you know, I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm yelling. I don't know if he can hear me because his truck is so loud. But he pulls up, and then, I mean, the second time you can just hear, like, he's hitting the gas. Like, he's going
hitting
back.
hard.
He's hitting hard. I mean, it was.
And it hit you hard.
It did.
And it broke your rib.
It bruised and cracked my ribs.
Yeah, and that's very painful.
And, you know, it also, besides, you know, that, you know, my door had to be fixed on my car because it went through my body and it pushed my door in.
Derek went to jail for hitting you with the truck.
He did.
How long did he go to jail for?
He wasn't in there long at all. He bonded out.
Okay, and then does he still have an open court date for this? Or?
No, they've all been closed.
What happened with it?
It was dropped.
Because
I dropped it.
You wouldn't press charges against him.
I dropped it.
You said it's okay that he ran me over with this truck.
Well, I didn't say it was okay, but I dropped it. The deal was if he fixed the damages to my car out of pocket, then I would drop the charge.
Okay.
And I did.
So you get back together with him.
Right.
And how you've been together ever since then?
No, on and off. It has been an on and off thing the whole
And this
2
is a
years.
guy you see yourself long term with.
Yeah. I can't.
On and off, drug use,
It's
running you
been-
over.
yeah, we've
you
both-
think he cheats on you.
We've-
This is a guy.
Right.
And by the way, you got the tattoo on your neck.
I
see
do.
it.
I do.
With his name on it.
I got
a
a
guy
couple,
that
yeah.
you're not even married to.
Yep,
You
well,
have his
yeah.
name printed on your body.
I do. Yes.
How stupid is that?
Yeah. So for the past 2 years, I'm a very honest, blunt person. I'm the kind
You're a
of
very what?
very honest and blunt person, like very open about.
You were cheating on your husband.
No, but I'm saying, well, you know, I did. But, well, what I mean by that, obviously that I did that. But I'm saying, like, anytime I've done any wrong, because I'm not perfect, I've done my fair share
We
of
all
crap.
have.
Yeah,
I'm not saying
for
I'm
sure.
perfect. I made a mistake,
Right.
but like,
yeah,
you know,
I mean, I wasn't thinking
that's a
obviously
big
about
statement to throw out there.
No, right. But I'm saying anything that I have done though, like I've been open about it. You know,
Okay.
I have not been 100%, you know, just with Derek since we've met. We've been with
Oh,
other people. I have not.
You've cheated on him?
I have, but we were never in. Yes, I have, absolutely, yeah. We've never been in a solid relationship because of the issues, obviously, at hand. So, you know.
Why are you here?
The coworker. So why are you still lying?
I'm not
Obviously,
lying.
okay.
I know you don't believe me,
All
and
right,
you
I
have.
don't.
Listen, you have reasons to not believe me.
Okay.
Like I said, I've done things, I've said things, but I'm here today. I promise you on everything I love. I love you. I have not done anything with anybody.
It shouldn't have took 2 years on a show for
I
you
know
to be
that.
honest with me.
I know that.
What about the cheating on her?
I've never cheated on her.
Never?
Never.
What about this coworker?
I never touched her coworker. I was guilty of placing myself in a position to where it, from the outside looking in, it didn't look good.
So during the whole time that you've been together, how long has it been?
Since the second time on me and
No,
my ex.
how long
Since I
have
met
you
him?
two started
On
seeing
and
each
off,
other?
on and
April
off.
of
On and
2022.
off, almost 2 years, roughly 2
Not
years.
even 2 years. And a lot has happened.
Yes, it has.
Wow. And you want to marry her.
Yes, I do.
She's cheated on you.
Yeah.
Kim, you took a lie detector test.
I did. I asked to be tested.
I didn't even want her to be tested at
Yeah, he
first.
didn't want me to be tested, but I told him
came
I
here
wanted to be tested.
so she could test me.
That's never a good idea. Kim admits to sexual intercourse with 6 men. I love this confused look. Like,
I did. Listen, I didn't count, Steve, all right?
we don't put stuff in your mouth. You
Nope,
tell
you don't.
us. You said 6 men. Derek, you're aware that she cheated with 4. So what's another 2?
So the two.
Might be too many.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay,
No,
6.
so the two that we were talking about when they did a lie detector test, like I said, I asked to be tested.
I don't care.
So you're fine.
Okay, so 6 guys. Not bad for 2 years, almost 2 years. That's like 3 a year. I mean, it's okay.
I mean, I didn't know about that. I thought it was
I'm
4.
just saying, it's not. I've had worse on my show. 3 years, it's not bad. But you got to remember, we're earlier this year, so she's got probably 3 more. You know, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, you're fine. Teachers, I mean, it's real life, so it is what it is. So,
Since 2022, have you had sexual physical contact with a friend that he suspects? She answered no. Since October of 2022, have you had sexual physical contact with Derek's close relative? She answered no. Since October of 2022, other than what you've confessed to, have you had any other sexual physical contact with any man other than Derek? She answered no. Those results came back all the same to those 3 questions, and it came back that Kim told the truth. Did you intentionally back into Kim with your truck? He answered no. In June of 2022, did you see Kim standing behind your truck before you reversed into her? He answered no. Those results came back the same to each question, and it came back that Derek told the truth.
I told you.
Since October of 2022, while in a relationship with Kim, have you had sexual physical contact with any woman besides her? You answered no. Since October of 2022, while in a relationship with Kim, have you had sexual intercourse with any woman besides her? You answered no. Since October of 2022, while in a relationship with Kim, did you cheat in any way with her coworker? He answered no. Results came back all the same, and it came back that Derek told the truth. Let's pretend this is Steve's court, right? I'm Judge Steve.
Judge Steve.
And if you hit somebody with your truck, you get to cheat at least twice.
no.
Okay? So
No, I probably should have just hit him with my car.
That you know, you get to take 2 off. You
No.
know, still she cheated with you with 4 other guys. So you get to hit her with the car 2 more times. No. I want to know what you 2 crazy kids are going to do now.
I'm gonna marry her. She'll marry me.
You, really? Are you asking her right now?
No, would be. It would be way more than that. We've already got the marriage license.
He says he's moved past this.
No. He has somewhat, but he,
I
that's the
forgive.
reason we came here, because he
Well,
wasn't able to
I
forget
mean,
about
you
it,
know,
but
once
yes.
in a while when he gets mad, he's going to say,
He's going to say it, yeah.
hey, how about those 6 dudes?
He's going to, yeah.
I hope it works out for you, but I do want to use this show as a public service announcement. Do not get a tattoo until you're in a really stable relationship.
Until you get hit with a truck.
Yeah. 5 days after Tasha turned 18, she was tangled up in a fight where she says gunshots were fired and an entire clip was emptied into the air. She was arrested and charged with 8 offenses, and 4 of them were felonies. And if she's convicted, these charges could put her away for a very, very long time. This is her story. Tasha, what happened that night?
So, we're gonna take a few steps back real quick. I was living with a family member. That family member, it didn't work out with that family member, so I got kicked out. When I got kicked out, we're gonna name say Jay. That's gonna be the name. Jay, she took me in, open arms. She didn't question nothing. She just took me in. So I'm like, all right, cool. 3 days after, her lights had went off. So what I did was I gave her $300 for her to turn her lights back on. In exchange of her turning the lights back on, she gave me a gun so I could go to work with it. Just because where I live at is a little hectic. Well, a lot hectic. I live in North Philly. North Philly is crazy. Shootings every day. People die every day. I almost got robbed at my job. If I would have never had that gun, I would have got robbed. About 2-3 weeks after she gave me the gun, I get a phone call from her. She starts telling me how a mutual friend running her mouth. While on the phone with Jay, ends up texting me. She ends up telling me that Jay wants to fight her. She's like, if Jay wants to fight, I'll fight, this and the third. But since if Jay don't want to fight me so she don't catch a charge, I'll fight you. I told her, I'm like, I'm
She'll
not.
fight you.
Yeah, she said she wants to, if Jay doesn't want to fight, she'll fight me. So she ends up telling me, pull up, you know where I'm at. I say, okay, coming right now. So I told Jay, tell her, come pick me up, I'm about to go fight. So mind you, at the time when I got in the car, I have the gun in my right.
What kind of gun
right
is it? I'm just curious.
It's a ghost gun. It was a 22. It was a ghost gun, custom made, everything. We're going to go get this handled. We're going to go back to work. It's going to be like a quick fight. Ain't going to be no gunshots off, nothing.
You plan on fighting her with your fists?
Yes, I don't plan on shooting no gun. No gun fire was supposed to go off, nothing. When I got in the driver's seat, I grabbed my gun, I pulled it out, I opened the middle console, put it in there, closed the middle console, start driving. While I'm driving, Jay pulls out the gun. When she pulls out the gun, she clocks it. She's like, I'm gonna hold this just in case they start shooting.
She chambered around.
Yeah, she said she's gonna hold it just in case they start shooting. I'm driving down, I'm slowing down because I'm getting closer to her house. So I'm slowing down, and while I'm slowing down, all I hear is gunfire.
You start hearing a gun being fired.
I'm sorry, I don't know who's firing a gun. I just hear gunfire. So I look over, and I see Jay's hand like this out the car, shooting.
Jay's
in the
firing.
Air. Jay's firing.
The
They not
22.
firing. They not firing. I told her, before we pulled up, I told her, I'm like, bro, do not shoot that gun unless they shoot at all. We want to fight. Do not shoot that gun. She went the whole different route. She did what she wanted to. I pull over, and I start cussing her out. What are you doing? Like, this wasn't supposed to happen. She goes to the trunk. Mind you, this is her car. I don't know what she has in her car. She goes to the trunk, grabs more ammo, starts reloading. You're crazy. You're going home with your I'm going back to work. I end up driving to drop her off at the house. And once I pull off, cops come behind me. Cops come behind me. I tell her, I'm like.
Do you still have the gun?
No, she has the gun in her hand.
She's in the car while the cops are pulling you over.
The gun is in her hand, and the cops is right behind us. She's like, what do I do? Do I throw it out? I'm like, bro, what do you, like, you better hide it. I don't know what you gonna do, but you better hide it, because I'm not getting charged with it. So she puts it under her seat. Cops come behind me.
They'll never find it there.
No, that's what I'm trying to say. That's the main part they're gonna look at. Like,
I never looked on her seat when I was a cop.
So he comes behind me. He turns off his headlights. She's like, they're not gonna pull us over. He turns off his headlights. I'm like, bro, it's over. They're pulling us over. His lights is off. He's following me. They're pulling us over. I'm going to pull over, and you're going to take this charge because you did that. You chose to do something like that. I didn't tell you to shoot that. I told you to wait. So I get out the car. They see I don't got a gun on me, and we get locked up. About 3 weeks later.
Did they charge you all with the gun?
They charged us both with the gun.
Because they found the gun on her seat.
Yeah,
Nobody's claiming.
exactly.
So they charge everybody with everybody that's adult in the car.
My
with the
same
gun.
charges, she had the same thing I had.
Right. They fingerprint the gun? Oh,
No, they didn't fingerprint the gun.
Well, your fingerprints are all over it anyways.
Yeah, but even then they still didn't take, like, you was a cop. After
They didn't
the
do a
gunfire,
swab test
no
on her
residue,
hand?
no nothing.
No?
No residue, no nothing. They try to swab our mouths. What are you going to do from getting out our mouth?
Okay, so now you're charged with 4 felonies.
Yes, I am.
One, discharging a handgun, I assume was one. Possession of a handgun, endangerment, aggravated assault.
Yep.
Your bond was $200,000, right?
Yeah, it was
$200,000. How did you get out?
I got off on house arrest.
House arrest.
Yeah, after 4 months.
After 4 months, they gave you house arrest.
They gave me house arrest.
Right?
I'm still facing these charges.
When's your next court date?
Next month, on the 11th.
On the 11th of March.
Yes.
How many years are you looking at?
I have 2 felonies. I have 2 F1s.
Do you have a criminal record now?
This is the only record I have. I've
The
never
first
been
time you
locked
ever been
up.
arrested?
I've never been locked up
Okay.
before this.
So what is your lawyer saying? How many years are you looking
I'm looking up to 14 years plus the misdemeanors.
14, yeah, but the misdemeanors are nothing. 14 years.
14 years, 7 years for each felony.
And so during this time, you end up having a baby, right?
Yes, I did.
How old's your baby?
My son is 4 months.
4 months. If you go to jail for 14 years,
I'm gonna miss everything.
He'll be in high school.
He's 4 months and already teething. So imagine what I'm gonna miss if I get locked up.
When I was a new father, and I was on the Jerry Springer show, and I had to travel and go around, and I wouldn't see my kids for 1 or 2 nights, and it crushed me.
I had to sleep on the phone with my son last night because he's so used to being with me. I had to sleep on the phone with him because he's with my mom right now. So I had to sleep on the phone with him so he could fall asleep. He didn't want to go to sleep without me.
So now you got court March 11th. Have you been offered any kind of plea deal?
I did get offered a plea deal. Yes, I did. I got offered a plea deal of 3 years of probation of carrying a firearm, and I denied it.
They're offering you probation, you're not taking it?
I'm not taking it.
Why
I'm not
not?
taking it just cause the firearm was never, like, y'all didn't catch the firearm on me. The firearm was under the passenger seat. I'm driving. I don't have a shirt on. Y'all can see that firearm was never on me.
How do you change your life? Because I'm in all seriousness. Now,
That's
let me finish. You're 19 years old and you're carrying a gun. That's not how we should be doing this. Like, I understand, like, there's different rough parts, and the world has changed since I was 19. But you're a young mom with this beautiful little boy, and unless you make some fundamental changes to your life, you will end up in the same position again.
I'm making my changes. I'm going back to school. I
You
was
can't
doing
be going
school
out
in
and
jail.
somebody says, hey, I want to fight you. I'll be
As
right
long as
over.
you don't put your hands on me, I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm
but-
at that point now.
Right,
If
you got to
don't put
hang
your
up the
hands
phone
on
and say, good luck with that.
me.
Yeah. You're in a really tough position. You came here, clear your name, and you took a lie detector test. And we asked you, on August 20th of 2022, did you physically assault anyone? You answered no. On August 20th of 2022, did you attempt to physically cause injury to anyone? You answered no. On August 20th of 2022, did you fire a gun? You answered no. In your entire life, have you ever fired a gun? You answered no. The results came back all the same, and they came back that Tasha told the truth. I hope, in a way, I certainly hope that being here today and taking this lie detector test will help you. And listen, this is not only a show about you, it's, like I said, for all these other young people out there who might see the show and see the situation, the circumstances that are happening to you. And we wish you luck in your legal endeavors going forward. We hope that, you know, you get a clean slate going forward so that you can raise your son and get out of this difficult situation. But I think I want to commend you for coming here today and talking and sharing your experience and maybe saving somebody else from going through what you're going through.
It's not worth it. It's not. I messed up my life for somebody that wasn't worth it. Now I got a son, and I got to beat this case with a 4-month-old son. Like,
Your court date is only a couple of weeks away. We will certainly be following up with you and wanting to know what happened with your case, and we're wishing you all the best.
thank you.
Thank you.